Hi, my name is Heather Long, and today I'm giving a presentation project for Busi 343 of Liberty University. If you would, please move to slide 2 now. An HR manager has many responsibilities, one of which is staffing of employees. Susan Heathfield, an HR expert, says the HR manager provides an employee-oriented, high-performance culture that emphasizes empowerment, quality, productivity, and standards, goal attainment, and the recruitment and ongoing development of a superior workforce. Also, an HR manager is responsible for making sure that the company and employees adhere to employee regulations and the company contract obligations. John W. Budd said human resource managers can be seen as having 3 roles: builder, change partner, and navigator. The builder and the navigator are the 2 important parts for this case. The builder role provides for employee coherence and the internal fit of the corporation. The navigator role is responsible for honoring the union and the employee's needs and to promote competitiveness. Moving on to slide 3, as the HR manager today, I will be discussing grievance case 2, full consideration of seniority and ability. I will give an overview of the case, my position and why, and a plan of action at the end of the case. Moving on to slide 4, the employees at Picasso Company desire to have a leader for their first shift, as the second and third shifts already have a leadership position. They decide to have a petition signed, and with the petition give reasonings as they want somebody who's knowledgeable, somebody who will cause the company to act smoothly together, work smoothly together, and that the person will also be receptive to the employees' ideas and suggestions. Sharon Murphy, the manager of the company, agrees with the employees and decides to open the position for a promotion. Jacqueline Smith says, a promotion by definition is a form of advancement or movement into new territory. And moving on to slide 5, the 2 applicants that come forward are Robert Elder and Mary Younger. Both of them, after applying, are interviewed by Miss Murphy and her colleague, and it is decided that they will go with Mary Younger. They base this decision on merit. Gregorio Bilikoff says that merit refers to worth or excellence, relates to relevant qualifications as well as effectiveness of past performance. Elder, however, feels that their decision based on merit is wrong and that it should have been based on seniority, so therefore he files a grievance. Moving on to slide 6, as the HR manager, I agree with Murphy. I think she made the right decision for the company. They had considered Elder for the position, but he was unwilling or unable to fill the position as they would want him to. And Jacqueline Smith says, your contributions need to create value and you should be perceived as the most logical choice for the new role. And because of a seniority reward system bases entitlements on the duration of employment, an employee may not attempt to improve his productivity or on-the-job performance through the acquisition of new skills or training. Therefore, Mr. Elder showed this. He had a history of poor flexibility and communication with the other employees. Therefore, they felt that Younger was the better suited one. She had a more positive attitude. She showed initiative. Fareed Siddiqui says it does not dominate, at least in private organizations where performance is preferred to the length of service. However, in this case, Ms. Younger's initiative was an indicator of her better performance for the company, and she was also communicative and worked well with the other employees. Moving on to slide 7, as the HR manager, I felt that the company was not obligated by the contract. Section 20.1 states within it, when job openings occur or there are vacancies and classifications covered by this agreement, it will be excluding leader classifications. So therefore, that part of the contract does not apply to leaders. Section 20.4, however, does say that it will consider seniority as a basis for hiring, but it's not obligated to do so. Moving on to slide 8, I feel that Murphy made the decision in the best interest of the company. She used something that was called soft skills. If it is possible for someone to simply hang around longer and therefore get a promotion or a reward for longevity and nothing more, you can be sure that the newer people will quickly decide that doing enough to get by is the most efficient way to succeed in this culture. An article called Why You Didn't Get That Promotion features an employee named Ralph who works for the GM Corporation. He was not promoted despite his seniority and his good performance record. He had been passed over several times because he was too competitive and wasn't good at resolving conflict. He also attracted employees who wanted to slack off in the job, and he allowed for that. His opposition, Kelly, which was hired, was greater at achieving higher results for the company. She evoked more talent from her employees and challenged her staff. She showed greater incentive to advance the future of the company. So soft skills are something that relate to combining to give decision makers an intuitive sense of whether a candidate will succeed at the senior level. Murphy used these soft skills to make her decision based on merit in favor of Mary Younger. Please move to slide 9. I plan, at the close of this case, to support and encourage Younger in her new position. I also would like to meet with Elder and discuss the things that he could maybe change for his future, that maybe in the future he could get hired or promoted for something based on his interest in the company. I would also, as the HR manager, add a merit clause to section 20.4 of the contract, referring back to the filling of vacancies, that they would be merit-based as opposed to seniority. And moving on to the last slide, in conclusion, as the HR manager, I believe the company acted justly and that Murphy was justified in her actions and her choice of Miss Younger based on merit. As the HR manager, I plan to be proactive in any future promotions or hirings within the company. And I want to thank you for listening today.